guys, it's your girl Miss Red with the Miss Red Podcast Show. Today, we have a very special guest in the studio with me today. And we're going to have a very, very nice conversation with him. He is a dedicated, beautiful author. This is a very special interview because he is someone that's accomplished a lot at a very young age, has gone through a lot. And I wanted him here to tell his story. I think his story is amazing. A lot of people do not accomplish the things he's accomplished at this age, and he could be an inspiration to a lot of people. He's a father. He's built companies. He's been to war fought our country. He's won awards. I'm impressed, and it takes a lot to impress me. So, with no further ado, I would like to welcome Brandon Abbey to the show.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Glad to have you here.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for taking the time. I know you're busy.
Hey, I do got a few things I gotta do, man.
I appreciate taking the time to come and be on my show. I'm honored.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm honored.
Right,
I'm honored.
Man. I appreciate the invite. All right, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. So, if you don't mind, a little bit of your history.
So, a little bit about my history. It was just like I started off, from Mississippi, from the Delta and stuff. In the third grade and fifth grade, I failed those grades because I brung a knife to school because of being bullied and things of that nature, and that kind of led me into my journey. I'm still diving into that, and really it just kept on going. After that, I moved on to, I dropped out of high school. I was in all honors classes in the eighth and ninth grade, but then by ninth grade, I dropped out of high school and was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more.
Just tired of school.
Yeah, like I was tired of it, but I was also like, man, I'm 2 years ahead of everybody else, and I just wanted to move from Mississippi. I just seen myself getting in trouble, and I didn't want that, right? And so I moved to Atlanta. Yeah. I was headed to Job Corps. My sister said, "You can move to here in Atlanta, but it's gonna be rules." And I was like, "I got you. Let's do it." That's kind of what my story started. And I went into the United States Air Force a few years later. In a matter of time, I was number one E4 and below in the entire Japan.
That's big.
So, you can take it from wherever you start from, and you can take that thing to the next level. And so that's the biggest things I would definitely tell.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so that's where you started from. Okay, so then take us through, left school, military, moved to Atlanta. Your sister gave you that push. So then you are now in Atlanta. Then what are you doing?
Well, when I got here in Atlanta, I was just really, I finished school up, and when I went into the military, it allowed me to learn a skill, right? Allowed me to learn this skill, and I was in the Air Force. I did 4 tours, 2 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan, 1 in Ecuador. Yeah.
Wow. Good. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for your service.
I definitely appreciate that.
Thank you for your service.
And with that, it was just moving on, and I actually got 4 combat medals, and I was doing a lot of tours and back to back to back. I met my wife during that time, and we ended up getting married in 19 days after first meeting.
A love story.
Right, like, so I see the red, and so Miss Red, right? So it's all about heart. But we got married in 19 days, and so that was something beautiful. We created some things, and I believe that everything was divine in life with that, right?
Yeah.
Because we went out ups and downs, and she fought lupus in 2010. Like, I was in Iraq, and they pulled me back early because, she had flatlined for the first time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she had flatlined for the first time,
wow.
and she was dealing with lupus and just found that out, and so she came back, and we kind of just figured it all out, and it took some time apart, and when I came out the military though, that's when life just kind of punched me in the mouth.
Okay.
Right.
Why is it punching you at that point?
Because I had we talking about 3 years prior in 2011, I almost got blown up in Afghanistan. Right, a bomb landed directly across the street from my compound in Afghanistan, and nearly took a lot of us out. And so I believe that at that moment right there, that's when life really started. I was looking for something after that, and I started diving into some things, and when I came out the military, I was suffering from PTSD really bad, like super bad. And so having her support, we ended up getting back together, having her support. And then 2015, my therapist told me hey, you need to start writing. And so, journaling your thoughts. You got a lot of thoughts up there.
That's therapeutic, they say.
Very, very, very. That's one of the best things that I would say I could do right there. Like, anytime I have some issues now, I start journaling. I started writing down. I started picking up my phone and putting some stuff on, like pulling it out of my mind, like connecting with myself.
Now, when you say that, do you mean like just writing, I had a bad day?
Oh, no.
Or is it very specific? I mean, how do people know where to start if they want to do that? That's the thing. Like random stuff, like a diary. I mean,
you journal. Like, you just journal, like, hey, how am I feeling right now? Like, because we have this interconnected with us. Like, you are able to get back on compass or who you are, who you meant to be, right? It's like you start asking yourself, how, why, what am I feeling? Like, you start asking these powerful questions to yourself, and you answering those questions truthfully. Most people lie to themselves a lot, and they don't dive into who they are, and that's why they stay stuck where they are. You know what I'm saying? And so,
or they feel, what's the point?
right?
I can get through it. I'm not gonna write anything down. It's no big deal. But I have heard that. But you went to get actual help with a therapist that told you that, and you followed that through.
Yeah.
And following through is a big part of, you got to follow through.
You gotta follow through,
you gotta
right?
follow. You can't. It's like
Yeah.
procrastination is deadly.
It's assassination
Yeah,
opportunity.
it's shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
So you start journaling
Right.
and putting these thoughts on in a journal or in a notebook or whatever, and you didn't think of anything else as far as publishing. You were just doing that for self-help. And then you realized where was that going?
Well, when he said that right there, and I seen my wife, she was working on her 4th book, right? She had did 2
Oh, she
publishing.
was already doing
Yeah,
it.
she was already doing things. She had Flatline, and she wrote 2 journals, and she wrote 2 poetry books, and she had won Poet of the Year, and
Oh, wow.
so she was doing her thing with that. She had wrote a actual talking about how she felt, like, right? And so
Oh,
when
a
she,
stealth.
yeah, like she wrote poems, like it's called Standing Still, I think it's called. And like she wrote these journals, and then she wrote a second one about love, poetry like crazy. And then she wrote an actual Flatline book, Flatline 1. She was working on Flatline 2 in 2015, right? And so, I'm over there dealing with PTSD really bad, like working, going through it with the VA and attempting to get my benefits. They saying you don't have PTSD, and I'm
Why
like,
they treat y'all like
what?
that?
Like, and so for that kind of threw
Impacted
me
you,
off.
right.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
my household, right? Like,
You have kids by then?
Yeah, I got kids. I got one. My son is like 6, 7 years old. And then they playing football, and my other son is my bonus son. He's about 10, 11.
I got a
somewhere-
family, yeah.
Right. So we pretty locked in with it, and we got them going football, and we attempting to figure it out, and then my body's aching because I've transitioned from the military and
You ever been
going-
told, "Oh, you good"?
Yeah, they
You
always
ain't
got
got
told
nothing.
that. Yeah.
I
And
don't
so
know why they
that
do that.
inspired me to I seeing my wife doing it, right? That really inspired me. Like, I'm like, man, this is somebody we met and connected with, and I'm seeing her do her thing. Man, I can do that too.
Right.
I had
right.
told myself I can't read, write, or speak. I hate these things. But then I see her doing it. That inspiration behind it.
But at
When
this
I-
point, was college already?
Oh yeah, I had 2 degrees already.
So by this time, you had college.
Yeah, I had-
So okay, now this I have to say, hated college. I mean, hated reading and writing. But by this time, you had what? How many degrees by then?
I had 2. I had a bachelor's degree in business administration, and I had an associate's degree in criminal justice.
Okay, so kids, young people out here. He just said he didn't like any of that, reading, writing, whatever. But he's trying to. But you can overcome these things and still persevere and get to the point of success.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So he dropped out of high school in 9th grade, but you can still go back and rectify things, and he
Yeah, for
overcame
sure.
that and got multiple degrees. So just want to make sure we can get that point out there. I had to make sure and say that as a mother.
Yeah, for sure. And my wife inspired me, and so we was headed to New York on ball ties, no registration, no insurance, and we went, and I started writing my book. And so my first book was called Madam by Night, Secretary by Day, and
I love that.
man, we wrote that book together, and I launched it on my bonus son's birthday in 2016, right? And so we just I had a bachelor's degree and she had experience in the public industry, right? She had published 4 books herself.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, let's start a publishing company. She's like, nope, we're not doing that. I said, man, let's start a publishing company. She's like, nope, we're not doing
No,
that.
why did she want to do that?
Because she knew the publishing industry and it just came with a lot, and she didn't want to really manage other people. Because some people don't.
She wants to keep it.
Yeah, so some people don't want to go and invest in themselves.
Right.
And they don't want to do if a deadline comes up with their book, they want to BS it. They don't market their book, and they don't do anything. They just kind of like let it be.
Let it be.
And
yeah.
so she didn't want that, right? But I said, let's go do it, right? So sometimes we had to figure out, we're gonna keep these lights on, or we're gonna we gonna put the book cover on this thing. And
the dream.
over
honey.
time, we put over 5 years, published over 200 books.
Wow.
Yeah, and like we was killing the game. We had a lot of authors under us.
Just
we did a lot of
so
consulting.
other people's books.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had a whole arsenal of books. People that are still writing now. We helped some people's dreams that come true, right? Like when they wanted to become an author. People that was in prison, and that's how we start diving in. That's what like a lot of the things is. Like in 2020, she passed from COVID, right? October 2020, she passed from COVID, and in 3 days, she transitioned. She had lupus. So
in 2020,
in October 24, 2020, she transitioned with lupus, and that right there is because she had already released all the authors and stuff. So I believe that people have this. They know when that transitions phase and all of that stuff. And so that kind of got me on the journey of healing, right? Like that led to, like, I had wrote all these books in the urban space, but that led me into the healing space.
So that pretty much was the
like
nail on the. That was like, look, I can't just not do anything.
I can't just keep on running.
Right. I got this right here. Is God telling you, look at here.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the transition of your wife, you knew you had to step this thing all the way up.
Yeah, like I had to step back really because I've been running my entire life. I started working at the age of 4 years old, doing roofing and construction. So
at
I ran it. Yeah, I started running.
At 4.
Yeah, I was up there. I was doing it, and so me running, doing all these different things in life. That's why I went to the Air Force. Like in what I can do in a short period of time, other people can't. And so, and because I've, my therapist say, you've mastered, that art. Right, like you can sit down, but you can get back up. You can sit down, you can get back up, and you still do those things because you've been doing it for so long. And so for me, it led to that healing space and me creating this journal right here.
I mean, you've been through things that could have taken people out.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not be with us anymore. So I mean, again, that means that you have a word to tell. Yeah, you're meant to be on a stage, helping and spreading the word.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That's great. So the book.
Yeah.
The book. The
journey of being.
The journey of being.
I talk about this journal and I had a laugh about it sometimes, and it was last year. Like I moved me and my kids down to Jacksonville, Florida, and from Atlanta. All my support system is here in Atlanta.
Your family.
Family. But I was like, man, I want to get them away so they can be able to heal as well from water, and they can be able to get connected with themselves as well. And so that's exactly what we did. We did that transition about 2.5 years ago. And so I was like, all right, back in 2024, I was like, back in 2024, I just was like, hey, this is what we're going to do right here. And so this book was going to be named Flipping Trauma to ATM. But 2 weeks before that, I was like, man, I came up with this title, The Journey of Being, because that's what we all are on. The Journey of Being, 30-day guided journal to acceptance, transformation, and mastery. See, a lot of the times in my life, we stay stuck in acceptance. We stay stuck in acceptance, trying to accept and appreciate ourselves and with intention. But that's not the case. We never get to transformation. If so, we play in that realm. And then we never get to mastery. What does mastery look like? We all want the next level, but we stay stuck over here because we don't appreciate or accept where we are. Whether accepting the confidence, accepting the guilt, accepting whatever it was that we feel and beat ourselves up about it, and we stay stuck over here. And we never go through that line of that bridge to get over. And that's the biggest thing with that journey of being. And that's what I just created this audiobook. And so, switching over to the audiobooks and everything.
Yeah, you sent me that
3
today.
volume.
Coming out July 25th.
July 25th.
Y'all, I can't wait for the audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be massive, y'all.
I'm excited about
It's
that.
coming out July 25th on all platforms. Yeah. We already start sharing it. So when you see it, save it, get ready to download it. It's gonna be great.
Guess what? That's my 40th birthday too.
Oh,
right. So
that's a great birthday surprise.
Hey man, that's a great. Hey, let's lock it in. Right. Let's run the numbers up. Everybody needs to know about that.
How long is it?
It's about 14 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. And,
nice.
Yeah. So we did volume 1. We breaking it all up. We want to get people into that acceptance phase. Let's dive into acceptance.
You're gonna have it in
narrated.
That's great.
And then we're gonna drop it the next version, and then we're gonna drop the last version. But we're connecting this thing up, right? Like let you kind of sit in there, and you can be able to go through this journal along with it too. So you can grab this journal and say, man, all right, what do I see myself as in this? While I'm listening to it, you can listen to a thing, and you can visualize a thing. And you can be able to create a thing.
I love how you can write in the book as you go.
Right.
There's notes and stuff you can take. I like that. I'm a writer. I like to write.
Right. And so that's the thing is like one of the things about, even if you don't have this journal, and then that's the biggest thing I love about it. Even though you don't have this, it's great to have both of them together. But if you don't have that, you can grab a notebook from Walmart or Dollar General or wherever you can just pick up some paper, right? You can start writing it down by going through the journal and diving into it. So that is the biggest thing about this thing, though.
I think you guys, you gotta get this. I mean,
gotta get it.
It's already. He sent me the link today. It's gonna be all over. So we've already started sharing that thing.
Yeah. So
on all platforms.
On Amazon already. Because on my website.
My website, when I have his socials and everything up, it's gonna be all over. I'm excited about it because I'm all about being the best version of you. When we started talking about getting ready for his interview, I wrote down where is it? The best version of you, but then I asked him a question like, how do we know what that looks like if you think what you're doing now is the best version? This is all I'm doing the best I can get. This is it.
You're not.
This is it. This is
everybody has
that
another level. You think about it. Everybody has that next level. And if you think that's your level, you got another level. If you think that's your level, you can go a little higher. You can always go a little higher than where you are because we're so gifted and we have that innate ability to create in life. And so if you can be able to create a thing, right? You say, hey, I want this car, and you go and buy the car. You find a way to buy the car, right? You didn't have a car, then you created a car. And you wanted a house, you want to buy a house. What you do to get? You go get your credit right, then you say, hey, I want my credit right. I want to do this. I want to buy this. I want my own house. Okay, I want a family. Then you do the necessary steps to do that. It's about taking the steps about life and doing it. And you can quantum leap yourself into where you want to grow, but that start diving into a whole different other world.
You learned that
it's
from
about being
a therapist or?
No, it's about working on you. You know, when you get the stuff out, right? Like I've been through I've done the work. right? Like I've done the work.
Gotta do the work.
Several programs I've done. I'm actually about to do a leadership training program right now, but I've done the work, and I started. It's just continued to pile up. When you pull that stuff out, in personal development, right? Personally developing who you want to be.
Personal development.
Personal development. It's all out there. You can dive. You can become the person you want to be if you allow yourself to be it.
So is this going to extend into motivational speaking?
Oh, absolutely. We diving in. We
So-
diving in. I'm looking to I'm getting into prison reform. I'm actually taking this journal, and I actually just sat down with a local sheriff department to be a master trainer to teach female employees so they can teach the female inmates. So I'm diving into that, and I'm looking for partners and things of that nature, so we can put this thing together.
What are the employees going to be teaching the inmates?
They're gonna be teaching them how to never come back there again, right? Like that's one of the things, recidivism, right? People they do things, to then they keep on doing it. Like it's so many things. Like when I sat down with her, she was speaking about like, man, so many of these women are continue to come back, and I think this journal can do powerful in there because they're in here for other reasons or whatever. This journal can do a lot of great things. She offered me several different positions on a board, committee, and everything. So
Now, this is the sheriff. The sheriff.
yeah, not the actual sheriff, but somebody in the
Okay, because when I look at those type of situations, research, whatever, it seems like they talk to them in a way, well, you'll be back.
right.
They're not very nice to them. They're very the people inside of those establishments are not very kind to them. So it's like it has to be like an outside party. But I love the fact you're going inside and getting the people who are inside to help. So
Yeah.
I would love to follow that because I think that's a phenomenal feat to get that going.
Yeah, like let's stop these people from coming again, right? And like even those, some people are gonna attract to it. Some people are not, all right? So, the people that are not attract, okay, cool, leave it to the side. People that do attract to it, let's take this thing to the next level.
I think that's a great idea. And yeah, I think it's a phenomenal idea. Is there a particular region, a particular? I know it's not gonna be race based or anything, but is it gonna be a certain type of criminals, or is it just everybody?
Man, like it's like when you are attempting to get back into society, like what is the need? Like I'm asking, that's the first thing. We think we know the need of people and we don't know the need of people, right? That's the first question that I ask. What is the problem that you have? And listen. See, we come in there as a solution. What is the problem that you have? And shut up and listen. And when you do such, you'll realize, and you ask yourself that question. When you ask yourself that question, that's where it becomes, right? And so you already know the answer, because we already amazing human beings, amazing. We have these amazing gifts and talents, and like I said, when you get out of that acceptance phase of life, you get into that mastery phase of life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. Great information. It's going to be so helpful. I would love to be a part of this and assist in any way that I can because, anything to help the community, anything to help people be better people. I wouldn't be a better person. I mean,
absolutely.
I wouldn't be a better person. So very, very informative. And thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that. that. So how about you give the viewers where they can reach you if they want to ask more questions and maybe order the book and all that kind of stuff?
All right, cool. So you can be able to get this book from Amazon, one, or you can go to www.brandon, BRANDON, Abby, ABBY, officialwebsite.com. Brandon Abbey officialwebsite.com. You can go over there, dive in, and let's do it. And then my social media handles, Mr. MRDIAMOND, Inc. INK 2.0. Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0. You can find me that on TikTok, IG, and Facebook. You look me on Facebook, it's easier to find me on Brandon Abbey. So,
And I will also have those linked onto my page as well.
Yeah,
I will have
so
it linked
dive in.
under his information, being a guest on my show, on the Miss Brad podcast show. So today was a very enlightening interview. I hope you guys learned a lot from this accomplished writer. Anyone that is trying to help the community, you guys should support. That has actually gone through challenges, did not have a silver spoon, came from the bottom to the top. How could you not respect that? So I'm going to work with him with this in some form or fashion. So thank you guys for joining us. And thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye. Peace.